When are these people gonna learn?
So amazing. Everyone, please welcome to the show, Ty Smith.
What is really your Fokios and Fokaramas? I am Ty Smith, Model Renaissance Man. Welcome to my channel, Model Renaissance Man. If you are someone that's been subscribed to my channel for a long time, double check to make sure that you are. But if you are fairly new to the channel, get an idea of what this channel is about. What do? Go to my channel, click on playlist. All these different things I do on this channel. See all these different thumbnails? Those are all different categories of things that I do on this channel, from comedy to cooking to DIY when it comes to fixing cars. There's a lot of things I do on this channel. So check the channel out in its entirety before you subscribe. I'm pretty sure you'll find something on here that you like. All right, folks, y'all all saw the intro to this video and all that good stuff. Do what I said in the intro and everything shall be well. All right, so y'all all see what's going on here. This is very, very interesting, and I'm just trying to figure out, is this all starting to be planned? Do these major companies like Budweiser and Target and all them, do they really got some type of plan in place to where they might be receiving some sort of insurance if they have to have losses and all that? Because you do know people do get money for losses. I know that's another ball game. I'm going to digress from that. But anyway, folks, if y'all do not know, Ben and Jerry's, they sent out a tweet, okay? They went and tried to virtue signal, right? Ben and Jerry's did. They tried to virtue signal, ladies and gentlemen, and said, this 4th of July is high time. Look, I ain't about to do that. This 4th of July. Hold on, I don't know y'all like when I switch it up like this. Let me see how it looks from this angle. Boom, okay. They said right here, they said, this 4th of July is high time we recognize that the United States exists on stolen indigenous land and commit to returning it. Learn more and take action now with their little thing they left here. They said again in this little thing right here, I might show it up to the side somewhere. The United States was founded on stolen land. It was founded on stolen indigenous land. This 4th of July, let's commit to returning it. Now it gets really interesting, because guess what? With all these fake virtue signaling folks that's out there, the indigenous people called their bluff. Surprise, surprise. Vermont Native American chief, an indigenous chief, he says Ben and Jerry's headquarters is on stolen land. The ice cream maker calls the firestorm 4th of July weekend with a tweet that America was founded on stolen land. An indigenous Native American chief in Vermont said he would be open to talking with ice cream maker Ben and Jerry's about taking back the land under its headquarters. Ben and Jerry's is on stolen land. Surprise, surprise. Don Stevens, chief, and I might be massacring this, chief of the Nolhegan band of the Kusuk Abenaki Nation, told the New York Post that he looks forward to any kind of correspondence with the brand to see how they can better benefit indigenous people. Nothing that the company's South Burlington, Vermont headquarters is on Western Abenaki land. If you look at the Abenaki traditional way of being, we are place-based people, Stevens told the Post. Before recognized tribes in the state, we were the ones who were in this place. The remarks came days after the ice cream maker said in the 4th of July tweet that America should return to stolen indigenous land. Ben and Jerry's, y'all did the ultimate put your foot in the mouth. You should have been quick to hear and slow to speak. Perhaps y'all should have did y'all research. Oh my God, ladies and gentlemen, this is when you're going to see how true virtue signaling backfires. Example, and I know when I went viral at that school board meeting over CRT, there were countless amount of white people in there who said, we need to give our all. We need to use our resources. We need to use our networking. We need to use our own personal finances to help the black people, because the reason why they're in this predicament is because it's our fault. They did all of that. Once I got up and spoke, this is before the video even got out and went viral. When I got up and spoke and I approached those same white people that were virtue signaling, I asked if any of them wanted to come to some of the surrounding areas of these after school programs to help the black people. Not one of those white people that did all that virtue signaling, not one of them agreed to want to go and help at these after school programs, anything. Not one of them. Fake virtue signaling. This is why I get pissed off at stuff like this, because that's all they do. It's like they do it so they can be in the limelight. They do it so they can be seen as a person of great virtue, so they can be seen as a person of great stature and honor. They're different than all the other white people because they really want to get in there and help the black people. But when a black man, the only black person that was there, when I asked them to go to certain surrounding after school programs, none of them did it. None of them wanted to do it. Fake virtue signaling to the fullest. Anyway. Let me digress from that. The company said that while the 4th of July festivities like fireworks, parades, and barbecues are entertaining, they distract from the fact that America was settled on stolen land. In the news release, it said the U.S. should commit to returning the land by starting with giving Mount Rushmore to the Lakota peoples along with the petition. So Ben and Jerry's, y'all have the ultimate chance to show the stolen land from the indigenous people. Y'all have the ultimate chance to show all America how it's done. Let's see it. Get on it. I'm not going to listen to a bunch of liberal Vermont businessmen who think they know everything about this country and haven't studied our history, South Dakota Governor Kristi Nim told Fox Friends on Thursday. Rich Holshow, spokesman for the Iluna Abenaki tribe and the chairman of the Vermont Commission of the Native American Affairs, said he was in contact with Ben and Jerry's for several years about various matters as well as this current situation. We are happy to engage, in quote, this quotes, we are happy to engage with anyone who wants to talk about the realities of the indigenous experience here, he said. They share many experiences, and a lot of that involves around separating those people from their homeland. Stevens declined to speculate on how the Lakota might react to Ben and Jerry's comments on Mount Rushmore, according to the Post. I have not had a conversation with Ben and Jerry, so I cannot make that judgment. The Abenaki, or the Abenaki, however you say it, Abenaki people have been on the land that eventually became Vermont for 12,000 years. The Abenaki Alliance said in a statement to Fox Digital News, the land is still here and the people are still here. The 4th of July call drew a slew of responses, many of which called for a boycott similar to the one for Bud Light for grappling with following its partnership with transgender influenced Dylan Mulvaney. Y'all all know that. Ben and Jerry has previously injected itself into a progressive cause such as the Israel-Palestinian conflict. In July 2021, the company announced it would stop selling ice cream in Israel-occupied territories. Now, ladies and gentlemen, do you really think that they're getting ready to give these lands back to the people? Nah, let me tell you what's going to happen. Reality is going to have to hit. Real history and the truth about the indigenous people being here is going to have to hit. So what you're going to find out, because I love history, what you're going to find out is everybody was on these conquering crusades. We hear about people like Alexander the Great. We hear about black people over in Africa. We hear about people over in India, people over in China. Well, we don't hear about it in school. You got to research this stuff yourself, or like when I learned about a lot of this in college. You will find that all across this whole world, people were conquering each other. And you can go back even far back as the Bible. When your land, when your tribe got conquered, when your kingdom got conquered, those people became your people, or enslaved. They did. They became slaves. Some became indentured servants. It did not matter. Whatever type of skill that you offered, you became a slave to the people that conquered you. All in America, indigenous people were doing the same thing. Now, I'm just giving y'all an example right here, what I'm about to say. Give me an example. Black Hawks were conquering Cherokees. Cherokees were conquering the freaking Iroquois. The Iroquois were conquering the Blackfoot. All this stuff was going on in America before white people came over here. So whenever white people did get over here and do what they did, it was absolutely nothing new. And I'll raise you another. Did you know that black people also were helping indigenous people conquer other indigenous people? For example, John Morant, black kid, was enslaved, ended up being out of slavery, went around preaching the gospel, ended up finding himself in the forest with a dang on Cherokee Indian. They became very fond of each other. They spent a lot of time to each other, hunting, fishing, all that good stuff like that. The Cherokee went back to his village, and John Morant wanted to go with him. The Cherokee guy told him that the people are not going to take kindly to him. John Morant went anyway. As soon as he went, the Indian Cherokee guy was taken and pretty much going to be scolded verbally for bringing his black man there. John Morant was told by the person he was taken and put into a place, and they let him know that you're going to be killed for coming here, is what they told John Morant, a black man, okay? John Morant, who was a Christian man, he followed after Jesus, he began to pray. And the Indian person that was going to execute him, or the executioner, was like, this black guy is in here talking to somebody that's not there. And just think about this. Go with me. How the Indian people believe, they believed in a whole lot of different things. They're trying to figure out, he's in there talking to somebody. All I know is he's in there talking to somebody. So guess what ends up happening? While he was praying, John Morant began to pray, and for some odd reason, he began to pray in their language, the Cherokees. They were so impressed and blown away by this that they ended up being converted by John, these Cherokees, right? Gets even better. He became a very stapling figure on them. He even led some of their battles into going and conquering other indigenous people. So the reason why I'm saying that, because y'all don't know, a lot of black people, and that's just one of the stories, a lot of black people had a lot to do with other tribes being conquered here in America too. Did you know that here in America that black people also had other black people as slaves? Did you know that white people had white people as slaves? White people had black people as slaves. White people had indigenous people as slaves. Did you know that indigenous people had black people as slaves? So the point is, all of it was going on. And the reason why I'm telling you guys that is this. Don't be surprised if Ben and Jerry's all of a sudden get with a historian that knows their stuff and say, upon further investigation, we realized that we made a very flawed statement. We jumped the gun. We found out the true history, and we found out that all types of people on this land were conquering all type of people. Land was being taken, land was being stolen, and we came to the conclusion that we will not be giving our land over, nor will we be giving the headquarters over to the indigenous people upon finding these new truths. They're not going to get it. Same story with the reparations, folks. You're not going to get it because black folks enslaved other black folks here. Black folks had indigenous people as slaves. Black folks down in the South had slaves themselves. That's why you're never going to get reparations, because white people weren't the only ones enslaving people. Not sorry to bust your bubble on this, but let's just say Ben and Jerry's don't get a historian who's going to tell them the truth, and they don't use that excuse that I just told you guys. Let's see what they're going to do about it. Well, we're going to give them, what we're going to do, we're going to give them 0.001% of our profits, since this is their land and this is our way of paying them back. But what if the indigenous people come back and say, we don't want the money, we just want our land? See what I'm saying? That's what I'm saying. So the ultimate foot in the mouth happened here. It's so refreshing to see when you get to see what real fake virtue signaling look like. What do y'all think about this? What do y'all think about this? Whatever the case may be, do me a favor. Put it in the comment section, okay? Leave a comment, ladies and gentlemen. I know y'all going to be upset because I'm going to probably not do this as a premiere or anything like that. I'm going to post it just as a video. Maybe I am going to do it as a premiere because YouTube is not going to let you guys know that I posted this video. But I would like to know what you guys think besides the live chat. Let me know what y'all think in the comment section, all right? Don't forget to double check to make sure that you are subscribed to the channel, all right? Don't forget to hit that thumbs up button right now. You all have a cellular phone with contacts in it. Whoever shares the same type of views and is like-minded like you and I, please share it with them. Share this channel with them, all right? Really, really appreciate you guys, all right? I'm out. I'm Ty Smith, model Renaissance man, hoping and praying that every last one of you have food, shelter, and clothing. And most of all, I pray that every last one of you guys are in great health, physically, mentally, emotionally, spiritually. God bless you all through Jesus. What's going on, everybody? So, hey, check this out. I appreciate you guys watching. I appreciate you taking time out of your day to view these videos. Do not forget to subscribe to the channel, give the video a thumbs up, and also right here is where you can catch the next video, the latest video that I've done. But like right up here, this is stuff that I've done kind of in the past. So in this area, you might find a video that I've done in the past. It can be funny, it can be something serious. It does not matter. But this is something that you can also do to check out more material that I do in my channel, because I do a lot in this channel, all right? So again, appreciate everything from you guys. Keep on watching it, keep on supporting it, and God bless you all.